serious topic on this video here. It's about a subject I'm always exposed to in real life and on the internet, on YouTube, wherever I'm a member. It's called, the whole thing when people try to cheer you up and give you advice. They do it in a way that's very condescending and negative, and they do it in a way that they make you feel worse than good. And there's actually a term for it. It's called toxic positivity. And I get that so many times, especially when I talk about depression, anxiety, and open up about how I feel in general. And it's so toxic. It's very similar to how narcissists behave with gaslighting. So it's basically gaslighting they are doing when they are trying to cheer you up, people. The people that say things like, oh, cheer up, or have you ever considered thinking positive? Have you ever considered achieving your dreams, whatever fucking stupid thing they're trying to say to make you feel good, but they're actually putting you down. And there are so many toxic positivity people around me. I see them everywhere. I instantly align myself, move away from this type of people when I'm exposed to them. I don't say thanks for their advice. I just ignore what they said. And the spirituality, I'm a spiritual person, obviously, from what I've said on many other videos and the music I'm listening to. Toxic positivity is also part of the entire New Age movement, the whole love and light, namaste, It's basically a form of collective narcissism with gaslighting. When you gaslight people on such a high level, it becomes so toxic and they don't even notice it. For example, people saying stuff like when somebody has something bad happening to them, it's bad karma, it's their own fault. For example, a child getting killed or tortured or by some sick fuck, who knows what might happen to a poor little animal or something. And apparently that's the law of attraction, and it's their fault. They chose that experience. They chose that because it's their karma. Well, do you know what that is called? Do you know what that's the real name for that is? It's fucking gaslighting. You're gaslighting people. You're a narcissist. Your so-called spirituality is narcissism. And people who talk about no egos, they are pure ego. Narcissist, confirm, 100%. I've never came across a person who's into this whole New Age stuff who isn't a narcissist. They only talk about themselves, their achievements, their beautiful lives, their perfect, amazing lives, their photos about how much bliss and love. Motherfucker, if you're so blessed and privileged, you have no right to talk shit and talk down people who are struggling, who are fighting for their happiness and mental health, who have not been spoon-fed and have lived a life that's so privileged that they can enjoy every day of their lives. Do you know who's the scumbag? It's people with your mentality. You have no right to look down on others when you're privileged like that. When you've been raised in a perfect home, perfect environment, had everything from the start, from the get-go, while everyone else, people like me, were fucking born in a civil war and then had to go to another country and live in poverty, both in that country and in this country, I never had the circumstances these people have to be happy from the beginning. Never had it. And yes, I can work to have a better life or get my life together, all of that, but then I have autism and a lot of problems. So my point is, everybody don't have the same circumstances, they don't have the same lives. And if you assume everybody has the same lives and circumstances, you are a narcissist. Because you go out, you base reality on yourself, on your own expectations, your own way of living and how you've been raised and how your life was. So that's why I can't stand you toxic positivity people. You're fucking deranged narcissist, spreading toxicity, trying to help people, but just making everything worse for them. People like me, for example. So that's why I never want to hear that crap from people. I just instantly know I'm dealing with a toxic energy vampire when they go like that. So, like I said, I'm spiritual, but not into this bullshit narcissistic crap, I don't put people down. When I have friends, I'm only there to lift them up. I only give them constructive criticism if they ask me for it. I never judge their pain, their sadness, their lives in that sense. I always try to take out, bring out their good qualities. Remind them of the good things they do. Be there to help build them up instead, and let them talk and open up about their negativity, their struggles. I just listen to people. That happens to me all the time when I'm on the street, outdoors, looking like a normal dude, like the rocker dude I look like some really big white rocker metal dude when I'm not crossdressing. And a lot of people, even if I look pissed off and white and like I'm dangerous, a lot of people always confide to me and talk to me because they can sense my energy. I'm not into bullshit, masks, fake personas, or pretending to be somebody with a perfect life. So people can pick up on that energy, so they go towards me, and random people sometimes tell me the incredible sad things, about their lives when people listen. I've listened to bums, homeless people, drug addicts, people. I've listened to their stories. There's so much pain in it, their lives. Nobody listens to them. Nobody. That's why they live like that. They have no support. They couldn't open up to anyone. If they did, they were rejected. So they had issues that were this severe that they had to leave society and behave like that and have those illnesses. But people think the circumstances are always, the same for everyone. And you're stupid. You're arrogant, and you're silly. And you need to open up your eyes and see that a lot of people are suffering because of your own ignorance. And that's how life is, unfortunately. This video is very provocative because you don't expect a crossdresser to have a fucking brain. No. Because you know why I have brain? Because I'm not a sissy. I'm not one of these toxic crossdressers who are just doing this because of some autogenophilic fetish where they get turned on by others being turned on them, other males being turned on. And that's what crossdressing, not all crossdressers of course, but that's what crossdressing in general is about. People get turned on by people being turned on by themselves, men being turned on by themselves. And yes, I'm one of these guys. So I'm not like throwing punches or jabs at everyone because I'm hitting myself, which I am. I always do that in my videos. I talk about my double standards, my hypocrisy doing this, the feelings I have, why I'm even doing this in the first place. And but the thing is, I'm different from the other crossdressers. I talk about it, I open up, and I give you the real shit, not the bullshit you see on other channels where dudes are just walking in skirts, all the time their dick hangs out in public, trying to pretend they're actually educating people with their videos, but it's just a fetish. You get real stuff on my channel. Here you get some real person behind the makeup, the wigs, and this alter ego of mine that I rediscovered a few years ago, that I have had double I had split feelings about why I'm even doing this. Like I said, it's based on depression and connecting to my my feminine side, so I could become a whole person and go beyond duality, basically, as a man, because I am a man, but an androgynous man, and I believe in the androgyny being the evolution of humanity, being the transcendental human. And if you're into spirituality and esoteric, it's androgen divine. The androgen divine is the alchemical perfect combination of the feminine and the masculine into a new evolved super version of man or woman. So I'm into that. That's why I'm doing this, to connect to that side. I'm not doing this to connect to my fucking inner whore slut or something, like most sissies are trying to do. When I'm connected to my inner divine being, my inner goddess, inner god. So I'm a huge. I don't mean to attack or hit people or with their fetishes, but I'm tired of the toxicity behind cross-dressing. There's so much with sissification, and I don't want to be seen as one of these. That's one of the reasons why I have so little YouTube subscribers compared to other channels, which my content is. It's real content. It's not like I said, the guys just walking with skirts outdoors and being hard on themselves, and being turned on by themselves and being turned on by the fact that others watch them. Yeah, sure, I can relate to some of it. I can get that feeling sometimes too when I do this, but it's not why I do it. It's to express something deeper, something more beautiful, spiritual, actually. Oh, the music's too loud. The purpose with everything I do here is actually spiritual. It has a deep meaning. It has a meaning that goes beyond the superficial crap you see, makeup and dresses and the wigs. It has a purpose, and like I was saying with the toxic positivity and the toxicity behind cross-dressing, sometimes the justification of these cross-dressers. There's so much toxicity behind it. It's like I said, I experienced it for so many years. There's also a lot of closeted elements behind it. Men that can't accept that they are attracted to men, and men that call themselves women when they are not women. You're just a dude with a fetish and an alter ego. A lot of guys aren't even trans women, they are not trans. They are not women. They don't feel like real women, but they want to be seen as women because it turns them on. And the other guys who get turned on, they can't accept and admit to themselves that they get turned on by guys that look like women. So they all pretend they're women because it's a fetish. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up. I'm honest about all of these things, but most guys will never admit it. That's why I get so many on a site I'm a member on, closeted Swedish guys that pretend they're 100% straight, sending PMs. They can never even like the photos in public. They can't even follow me because they're afraid that everyone else will see that they follow guys they think are hot. That's how weak and closeted these guys are. A lot of my followers are like NPCs, basically, in this sense. They behave like that, like drones, humans without consciousness, just piloted by their fetish. And it's sad. But that's the reality I'm talking about now. So, like I said earlier, this channel is not for the guys expecting to see a sissy crossdresser. You're seeing a real person here. I showed myself even without makeup before. And as a guy, I do things other than just dress up. But this whole topic has been on my mind for over a week now, since I've been with my daughter. I needed to get it out. I've been so frustrated about it. especially toxic positivity crap. A lot of people are like that. They give you the shitty advice, narcissistic gaslighting. They don't know. Some of them are aware of it, and they are pretending to be good people, but some are unaware and need to be corrected about their behavior and have it shown to them. So I'm one of these guys that sometimes I just say it like it is in a vlog like this. And about androgyny again. It's interesting because even a lot of people that are religious and are against androgyny, the God in the Abrahamic religion is mentioned in the old pre-Abrahamic texts, the old text, that Yahweh, the God of the Bible, is actually androgynous, duality and beyond duality, genderless being, or something that's both aspects of man and women. So all of these guys are so fucking afraid of the transgender people, the crossdressers, the androgynous people, men dressed like females, and I accepted the feminine side too. And are conservative. They don't even know that their God is one like me. And all of you guys are like super Vikings and hate everything feminine, Thor was a crossdresser. Just read the parts in mythology where he was dressed like a woman. He even married a giant, so he had probably gay sex. So you guys, I'm so disappointed. I shouldn't even be disappointed. I lost faith in humanity long ago, but I'm still disappointed because I see so much ignorance from every direction and hypocrisy. So, I'm going to talk about the toxic positivity. It's so annoying. And the toxicity behind cross-dressing too. It's this over-sexualification and objectification of the feminine. It's basically the dream the men have about women being objects and admire things for admiration only. So cross-dressing is like people reenacting or recreating their own toxic admiration, objectification dream of women. That is not real, it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy even with real women. It's still a fantasy. That woman doesn't exist. So this is all bullshit. This is all fakery and non-authentic stuff. And that's why I'm trying to tell you people with my channel sometimes. I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of doing this. I'm only doing it because I'm depressed. And I have, it's funny, sure, but it makes me feel better, but I wouldn't be doing this if I had a partner or something. I don't think I would be cross-dressing. I'm always androgynous and always have my appearance and long hair as a guy, but I wouldn't be uploading videos like this 24/7 when I'm not with my daughter. This is based on depression in my case. Oh, and yeah, toxic positivity, last thing I want to say before I end this long video, is the toxic people, they always want you to smile. That's one of the things I fucking hate on this channel. Random dudes telling me to smile, and that's gaslighting too, it's the entire toxic positivity stuff. It's so tiresome. I never smile unless I have a reason to smile. So, in any possible language, when it's about smiling, I only smile. Now I'm smiling because you see why smile when it's from the heart. That's what I want to say to you guys. Don't ask me to smile. Fucking demand anything from me. I don't demand anything from you, so don't demand anything from me ever. And yeah, don't be toxic, guys. Don't be toxic. Last thing I want to say about toxicity. When I'm not cross-dressing, I'm a masculine guy too. That's why I talk like this, and I'm talking. I'm a bro when I'm not cross-dressing. So I talk like a normal guy, even when I'm crossdressing. Of course, it's a bit more feminized, even when I'm not thinking about it. I sound softer like this, but normally I talk like this. I do these kind of facial expressions too, most of the time. But masculinity is one of the things that's been on my mind too. I'm so tired of all this crap with shirtless guys flexing everywhere, showing their muscles, trying to be so alpha, so dangerous, and so hating women, everything weak, according to them weak, and fighting for the number one position and becoming the number one, percentage, and careers and money and achievements. Fuck that shit. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. That's stupidity. You will waste your life trying to prove something to yourself and then prove everybody else can love you. You don't need to fucking achieve something to be happy, to find your own inner world. That's toxic masculinity. That's toxic bullshit. I see that stuff on my recommendations 24/7. 24/7 I see that. And that's one of the reasons I'm depressed and have issues, because of my autism, and not everybody having the same circumstances in life. I couldn't achieve and do the things everyone else did because I had a lot of issues with autism, social phobia, interaction, and this world isn't made for people that are different. And then there's scumbags who are telling people that you need to be a strong alpha male and all of that stuff. No. Being an alpha male, you know what a real alpha is, in my opinion? Somebody who takes care of their family, is there for them. Actually, the term is based on that in the animal kingdom. The alphas are the mommy and daddy who takes care of the pack. It's not some douchebag who flexes or have big muscles and is angry looking and is violent and treats people like shit and looks down on everyone and is a top or a dom in bed. That doesn't make you an alpha. It makes you a scumbag, a douchebag. That's toxic masculinity. But real masculinity is about uplifting people, being there, supportive. A lot of people get that mixed up. I have nothing against the good masculinity, being a supportive person, helping the weak, in quotation the weak. But we're going to use that term, helping people, support people, listen to them, lift them up, inspire them. The other stuff is not masculinity, that's toxicity. I'm so tired of that crap. Like I see these videos everywhere, like Andrew Tate. I can't stand a guy, Become successful, achieve things. Who gives a fuck about achieving things? It means nothing for the world. Your wallet, your fucking house, nobody will give a fuck, nobody will remember you when you die. The only thing that you will remember for is being there for people. That you listen to somebody that nobody listened to, and nobody cared about. That you helped that person without any kind of expectations back. That you will remember about. That people will care about you when you're dead. They won't care about your fucking wallet if you live in some big fancy house and have many cars and called yourself some alpha macho dumb man. Nobody gives a fuck. Being an alpha male, seriously. Take care of a child when you're on have welfare like me and have autism. You have no standards in life most people already have, and still take care of a child. Go from one city to another for an hour every day without a car, on the trams, local traffics, having autism, social phobia, anxiety, depression, having no money but still making a child happy, giving her a good life. That's something I would be proud about, not some fucking job you get. People are stupid. I hate humanity, completely despise humanity. I'm a misanthrope, but I don't hate people on personal levels. Just loathe humanity. I lost my faith in humanity a long time ago. Long time ago. Yeah. Being strong. You have no idea what that means. Misuse those terms. Anyways, I'm sorry for this very long video where I'm going into a lot of subjects and controversial topics on my channel. But I'm not your average crossdresser, as you can tell. I'm a very spiritual person, according to us. I'm very smart, according to my old psychologist. He said I was a genius. He's used to talk to psychopaths, narcissists, he said, and very intelligent people in overall, with high IQ, like Mensa qualified. And he said, wow, I've never talked to somebody like you, he said. First time. He was smiling, he said, I never talked to a person like you. I believe you're a genius, he said. Never met somebody like you. You're the most unique person, he said. I said, basically said, I don't give a fuck. You know, that doesn't help my solitude, connecting to people. Just distance myself more, and my ego grows from a comment like that. I told him, you're just feeding my ego. And he just clapped his hand and said, wow, that's just what a genius would reply. He said, I'm no genius, just pissed off the world. But anyways, thanks for listening if you did listen this far. And if you leave the channel, get offended, it's not my problem. I do things my way. I don't follow the norms, the rules of society. I don't apologize for what is going on in my mind. I don't apologize. I don't apologize for anything, unless it's really a true bad act from my side. But my thoughts, I never apologize for them. If you can't handle my opinions, it's okay. You don't like everybody else's opinions, that's how life is. You don't have to like everybody else. You don't have to accept them. You just have to try to, handle people's differences and walk away, basically. That's the best way to cope with things. Yeah, thanks for watching, people. I do videos like these occasionally, like vlogs, where I just talk about everything serious. This was one of these videos. So yeah, see you. Goodbye. If you stay around, if you aren't too offended now.